If you've played Ready or Not for any amount of time, you know that there is a lot of weapons to pick between. I'm here today to help you figure out the best weapons to pick. Now, in the rifles category, I think there's 3 clear options to choose between. Number 1, being the most versatile of the 3, is the G36C. Now, the G36C is one of the best rifles in the game because it has low recoil and has some of the best attachments in the game. For example, the SRO dot is the best optic in the game by far. The SFMB brake, which is a muzzle, is the best muzzle in the game. The TH grip is one of the best grips in the game. And laser pointer just helps for overall accuracy to hit your shots. Now, the second rifle on our list is the GA51, which is arguably the best rifle in the game. Now, the GA51 is basically exactly like the other gun we just looked at, attachments wise, because it has the same attachments, but instead of being chambered in 5.56, it's chambered in 7.62, which is a higher caliber round, meaning you're going to take your targets down way quicker. Now, the third rifle on our list, but arguably still one of the best rifles in the game, is the G3A3, which is basically just a longer version of the GA51, but in trade-off of being longer, you have less muzzle flash. Now, the G3A3 is basically like the other gun we just looked at, except the only difference attachments-wise is it uses the XE sight instead of the SRO, which the XE is slightly worse. But in trade-off, the gun is a little longer, so it's going to be slightly harder to round corners, but there is less muzzle flash, so that could help you. Now, in the SMG category, there's really only 2 SMGs that you'll ever be using, which the first one is the P90. The P90 is a very good gun because it has the SRO dot, which, like we talked about before, is the best optic in the game. Muzzle-wise, it's kind of your preference. They both have their benefits and drawbacks, so it's really whatever you think is better for yourself. P90 is a great weapon because it has such a large mag capacity and high fire rate. Second SMG on our list, which is the best SMG by far, is the MP7. The MP7 is basically the P90, except has 10 less bullets, but the recoil is way more manageable, and it has way better attachments for the gun. The best shotgun in this game, which there's not really too many contenders, is the B1301. The B1301 has the SRO dot, which we talked about, best optic, and the G12 GA brake, which best brake. It also has the fastest fire rate out of all the shotguns and the largest capacity to, hold ammunition. Now, moving on to sidearms, which you really shouldn't be using sidearms too much in games, but it doesn't really matter. Moving on to them, the best sidearm in the game, which is by a long shot, is the 5.7. Now, the 5.7 is just easily the best pistol in the game. It has good fire rate, manageable recoil, a 20 round capacity in its magazine, which is just crazy for being a pistol, and it could pierce, targets with high armor. So, it by far best pistol in the game. Not even a debate. Alright, that's about it for this video. Thank you for listening to my little talk about all the, weapons in Ready or Not. I'm going to leave a link in the description to the Google Doc I used for all this information. I've been using it for a long time. It's really helped. It improved my gameplay. It's just amazing. So, like, subscribe, and, leave a comment for what you want to see next. See you guys next time.